EAFC 24 has been out for more than a month now, and if you believe that you can do better in game, well, of course you can do better and you can always improve. On this video, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you some attacking tips that improved me a lot in EAFC 24, which got me into Division 1, always reaching rank 1 on FUT Champs playoffs. Not only that, also reaching rank 3, 2 or 1 in every weekend league. On this video, I'm gonna be covering a lot of things. For example, finishing inside the box, long shots, corners, dribbling, how to put pressure on your opponent, custom tactics, formation, and a lot more. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, before we jump into the video, if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe, drop a like on this video, that will be always appreciated. And if you are looking to buy FC24 coins, check out U7Buy for the cheapest prices out there. Fast delivery, safe, and use the code Y5K to get yourself up to 6% off. Link in the description. With that being said, let's jump straight into the video, and let me just say that this video is not only for beginners. No, this video is for players that are good in EAFC 24 but believe that they can do better. So I'm assuming most of you know the basic controls in EAFC 24, for example controlled sprint and how to perform it in game, how to perform a ball roll, body fence, step over, so I'm not gonna be covering that. With that being said, let's jump straight into the video and start things up with shooting. Now I'm gonna start things up with the new meta long shots in EAFC 24. I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. If you don't know, you should really know and start using it in game. Yup, I'm talking about the long finish shots, or the finish shot playstyle plus. Now like I said, I think most of you know how OP the new finish shot playstyle plus is in game. It's the new meta long shots in EAFC 24, and if you are not using it in game, this is your sign to have at least one player that has got the finish shot playstyle plus in your team. It's so OP in game, you can easily score a long finish shot using a player that has got the finish shot playstyle plus. And trust me when I say it is a game changer. Just like last year in FIFA 23, we had the Travella shots, long outside foot shots, which was so OP in game. Well, this year we have got the long finish shots with a player that has got the finish shot playstyle plus. Now not only a player that has got the playstyle plus, no, you can use it with a player that has got only the playstyle, the finish shot playstyle. But if you are talking about a proper long shot, you should be using a player that has got the finish shot playstyle plus. Otherwise, if you are 20 or 25 yards out, you can score it with a player that has got only the finish shot playstyle. But if you are talking about 30 or 35 yards out, trust me, with the finish shot playstyle plus, you player can score it. And watching the gameplay back, I'm always using from 3 to 4 bars of power to score a long finish shot with a player that has got the finish shot plus playstyle. So this is your sign to buy a player that has got the finish shot playstyle plus and start using the new meta long shots in EAFC 24. And for corners, this is how I'm scoring corners, as you can see from the gameplay that I'm showing you. Yup, I got lucky because Son is the player that is standing there. And as we all know, Son has got the finish shot playstyle plus. So this is how I'm scoring corners in EAFC 24. At least I'm scoring 1 or 2 corners per match. With that being said, let's move on into finishing inside the box. Yup, finishing inside the box can be a problem sometimes. I have struggled with that on the start of FC24. But now after I discovered this finishing technique, trust me when I say I'm finishing everything inside the box. Now first thing that I want you to know, if you are using a player that has got the finish shot playstyle, always finish using the finish shots if you have the chance to go for a finish shot with his strong foot. It will increase your chance for scoring a goal. Second thing I want to talk about is Travella shots or the outside foot shots. It was so OP last year as a long shot. Well, this year it's so overboard as finishing inside the box. Now how did I discover this? It's basically by using Marcus Rashford. If you are using Marcus Rashford in EAFC 24, you know that he missed a lot of easy chances. And he was my striker on the start of FC24. He was missing a lot of easy chances, so I had to do something about it, and I started using Travella shots to finish with Marcus Rashford. And to be honest, that time I discovered that Travella shots are so overboard to finish in EAFC 24. And if you don't know how to perform a Travella shot or an outside foot shot, it's basically by holding L2 or LT on Xbox and then shooting. And you have to use more than 1 bar of power because otherwise your player is gonna go for a flare shot. So in my opinion, always finish using the traveler shots in EAFC 24 if your player is in the right place and his body is in the right position to finish with his strong foot, as you can see from the clip that I'm showing you. This is an example on when to finish using traveler shots in EAFC 24. I'm using Joe Cole, who is right footed, and as you can see, he's in the right place to perform a traveler shot, so of course I'm gonna finish with the traveler shot because it will increase your chance of scoring. And if your opponent move his goalkeeper, he has got no chance to save that. So in my opinion, if you have got the chance to finish inside the box using the traveler shots, always use the traveler shots to finish, especially if you are using a player that has got the traveler playstyle. But don't worry, even with players that doesn't have the traveler playstyle, they will finish using the traveler shots and it will be so OP for you in game. Not only that, also if your player is not in the right place to go for a traveler, hold L2 and then shoot. Using that, your player is gonna perform a power shot, not the power shot that we know, no, a shot with a lot of power on it. For example, this is given to Bruyne and this is the power shot that I took with him. It's basically by holding L2 or LT on Xbox, and to be fair, it's so OP in game, but you know how to use it in game. This clip is an example of when to use it in game. If your player cannot go for a traveler shot because you have got a defender marking your player, for example, hold L2 or LT on Xbox and then shoot. And you have to be using a player that has got great shot power, because like I said, it will be a power shot, a shot with a lot of power on it, and it would be almost impossible to save for the goalkeeper. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the shooting, finishing and long shots techniques that I use in EAFC 24. If you have any questions of any of them, let me know in the comments below. Now let's move on into dribbling. Now as we all know, this year we have got the control sprint, a really good meta overboard dribbling technique to use in EAFC 24. Basically by holding R1 on PlayStation or RB on Xbox, you're gonna see you play a control sprint, and it has been so overboard so far. Last year we had the agile dribbling, this year we have got the control sprint. Now I'm assuming that most of you know how to perform it in game by now. So I'm not here to show you how to perform it in game, I'm here to show you how to get the best out of it. What I mean about that, after 1 month of EAFC 24, everyone knows about it. Everyone start to defend against it and know how to defend against the control sprint. So how can you keep it meta and overboard in game? Well, it's basically by using a skill move after performing the control sprint. And this is a big game changer for me in game. Everyone start defending against the control sprint and I couldn't do anything about it, if I'm being honest. So what I did is performing a skill move while performing the control sprint. Now of course, if you are holding R1 or RB, you cannot perform a skill move, your player is performing the control sprint. So when you see a defender coming towards your player, he's going for a slide tackle or a stand tackle, you can easily take your hands off the R1 or the RB button and then perform a skill move, which is so overboard in game, because using the control sprint, your opponent will assume that you are going straight for the goals using the control sprint and he's going for a slide tackle. But no, using a skill move, you can in a second change directions and give your player more space. And this is for me how I'm using the control sprint now in EAFC 24, because players are getting used to it and how to defend against it. So I had to make some changes with the control sprint, and using a skill move after using the control sprint is so OP in game. Now the skill moves that I recommend using after performing the control sprint are the step overs, ball roll, body fence and the Berber turn. And I highly recommend using the Berber turn because, as we all know, it's a skill move to completely change directions, so you can in a second change directions and lose the defenders and give your player more space. And if you don't know how to perform the Berber turn, it's basically by flicking your right stick forward and then flick it again up or down. It depends on where you want to move your player. So perform the control sprint, go straight to the goal, and when you see a player coming towards your player, you can easily take your hands off the R1 RB button and then perform the Berber turn and give your player a lot of space to shoot or maybe pass. And that's all about the control sprint. Most of you know how to perform it in game, so I'm not gonna get into that. Let's move on into something else, which is going to be the formation and custom tactics. Now for formation and custom tactics, I highly recommend using a formation that has got 4 defenders with your right back and left back on stay back while attacking. Not only that, also I highly recommend using a well-balanced formation. What I mean about that is a formation that is absolutely fantastic on the defense and on the attack at the same time. Not only that, also a formation that has got a lot of midfielders so you can pass around and you can always see a player that is available to pass to. Now the formations that I recommend using as your main formation in EAFC 24 are the 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, 4-2-2-2 and the 4-3-3-4. Now these formations that I have shown you in my opinion are the best balanced formations to use in EAFC 24. They are formations that is well balanced, absolutely fantastic on the defense and on the attack. If you want to go for a 4-3-2-1 for example, it's great on the attack. It's one of the best formations, if not the best formation on the attack in EAFC 24. But the 4-3-2-1 is not great on the defense at all. Especially because you don't have a CDM on this formation. Yup, you have got 3 center mids and everyone using the 4-3-2-1 would join the attack for the right back and left back, which can be a big problem on the defense. Always use stay back while attacking for your right back and left back, and I think everyone know that and everyone know how important this is for the defense. Not only that, also always have 4 midfielders helping you on the defense. What I mean about that is basically if you are using the 4-2-3-1 for example, make sure to have your right attacking mid and left attacking mid to come back on defense and help you on the defense, because it's really important to have at least 4 midfielders to help you on the defense, especially if you are playing on foot champs or high divisions. Now if you are a great player in EAFC 24, you know what I'm talking about and you know how important this is. Always have at least 4 midfielders to help you on the defense. If you are using the 4-2-2 for example, again make sure you are using your right attacking mid and left attacking mid on comeback on defense. And for custom tactics, 71 depth is actually really effective in game. No, they haven't nerfed it yet. It's absolutely fantastic if you want to put pressure on your opponent without using pressure on heavy touch or press after possession lost. So if you used to it and you know how it works in game, make sure you are using 71 depth. Yup, I'm using 71 depth always. And for chance creating, the best 2 things to use are direct passing if you are using a formation that has got a center attacking mid in it. Otherwise, direct passing won't be that effective in game. The second option that you have got is to go with balance. Balance is absolutely fantastic to use in EAFC 24. So in my opinion, always use direct passing or balance for chance creating in EAFC 24. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, these were my best attacking tips to use in EAFC 24. Now I'm assuming that all of you know how to get your player to get in behind, which is by pressing L1 or LB on Xbox, or how to get your player close to pass to him, which is by pressing R1 or RB on Xbox. So that's why I didn't cover it on this video. Now I have tried my best to explain everything. Still, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.